Hello, YouTube! So today I have a bunch of books for you guys. I've been non-stop audiobooking, basically. So I have 8 books that I have read this month. What month are we? April. In April, and then I'm still currently reading 3, so there is a possibility that it could be more. But I'm just going to show you the books I've already finished, and then I'll show you the ones I'm still in the middle of. Okay, the first book that I read this month was Collided by Lauren Asher. This one is a part of the Dirty Air series, which is an F1 romance. And if you don't know, F1 season has started, so I am very excited to be reading this series along with the F1 season. I don't know, I read this at the beginning of the month, so once I read a book, once I finish the book, I feel like every single thought leaves my brain. But I'm definitely going to continue the series. There are still 2 more books that I have to read. Okay, the second book I have is one of my add-ons that I got from Book of the Month, and that is Shark Heart by Emily Habeck. I saw everyone reading this last year, I think, and I finally got my hands on it, and honestly, I think this is my favorite book of the year so far. It's just such an interesting storyline. So basically, this couple has just gotten married, and a week after their wedding, the husband goes to the doctor, and he is told that over the course of the next 9 months, he will slowly morph into a great white shark. That's what intrigued me. I was like, excuse me, what? And there's also this woman who's pregnant with twin birds. It's in a time where humans get these conditions and they can turn into animals. It's an interesting read for sure, and I did give this 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. Okay, book number 3 I read is Shift by Hugh Howey. This is the second book in the Silo series. I started out watching the Apple TV show, and I just couldn't keep waiting for the seasons to come out. So since the book series is completed, I was like, I'm just gonna read it and I have to find out what happens. So in the second book, it is the origin story of the Silo. I think I did the first one a little bit better just because there's different characters in here and I didn't feel as connected, but still really good, and it makes a lot of things make more sense. Alright, the next book, excuse my books, they're leaning over here. I did not set them up very good. My next book is Simply Mine. This is the 4th? I think this is the 4th book in the Honey Mountain series by Laura Pavlov. They just remind me so much of the Chestnut Spring series, so if you are a fan of that series, I would definitely give this one a try. And then they all just came out in new covers, and they all have these pretty sprayed edges, and then once you put them all together, they make a pretty mountainscape. And then this trope is best friend's older brother. We lost a soldier. Okay, then I read As Good as Dead by Holly Jackson. This is the last book in the Good Girl's Guide to Murder trilogy, and I did not expect what happened in this at all. I didn't know Pip had it in her, but this follows a completely different like chain of events than we're used to. I think it was definitely the darkest one of the series, most intense, but still really good, and I think it was a good conclusion to the series. Okay, next one, we have a little one. It is Before the Coffee Gets Cold. I'm not going to try to pronounce this author's name because I don't know how to pronounce it at all. But this one was really cute. So the little line at the top says, "What would you change if you could travel back in time?" So essentially, there is this little cafe, and if you sit at this particular seat and order a coffee, you are able to travel back in time. You only stay in the past as long as it takes for the coffee to get cold. Once the coffee gets cold, you go back to the present. And they're like, all of these are really cute and short, so very easy to get through. There's like it's like a whole series. But yeah, it's really cute and kind of makes you think. Next up, we have Wild Dark Shore. This was another book of the month. This was my book of the month in March. So we're slowly catching up. I still have like so many book of the months to read, but I at least got another one down. This one is about this family who lives on this kind of remote like research island, like in the middle of nowhere. And one day they find this woman who has washed up on the shore, and she is not in good shape. But they kind of take her in and care for her, make sure she heals, and they're both parties are very weary of each other. The family is like, what is this woman doing? Like, no one ever comes here. And then the woman is like, why are these people here? No one lives here. So it's a little bit of a mystery. Yeah, and I think this hardcover is stunning. Look at that. Yeah, but I really enjoyed this. I've had really good luck with Book of the Month so far. Okay, and my last one I have completed as of now is Catching Fire by Susan Collins. This one is the second book in the Hunger Games series. And again, I had to get like the special, like pretty editions. And they do have the sprayed edges. Because I have never read the Hunger Games before. And now I really want to, especially Sunrise on the Reaping just came out. I'm really sad that they didn't wait to release these until Sunrise on the Reaping came out, because now I can't get Sunrise on the Reaping because it wouldn't match. Maybe they'll do like a special edition of it. I think that would be really cool. This one definitely had a lot more aspects that weren't in the movie. I feel like the first one, it was like pretty spot on with what was in the book versus what was in the movie. This one had more details that were kind of left out. Now reading it, I'm curious to like watch the movies back and kind of know some insider knowledge. Okay, now I'm going to show you the 3 books I am currently in the middle of. So I am listening to 2 different audiobooks. The first one is Dust by Hugh Howey. This is the 3rd and final book in the Silo series. The second book kind of jumps to the past and gives you kind of an origin story on the Silo. And then this one goes back into the present, so we see how events are unfolding there. Yeah, I'm really excited to see how this story concludes and like what ends up happening to everyone. And then the second audiobook I'm listening to is Saving Six by Chloe Walsh. I did purchase the entire series with all of the ombre spines, just because if I want to buy like all the new ones, like when they first come out, they come out with the ombre spines and I want all of them to match. So I did find someone who was selling all of them with the ombre spines. I've already read Binding and Keeping 13, so now I'm on Saving and Redeeming 6. Next book, I don't know what it's called, something, it's the number 10. That one comes out in May. I'm so excited. I need to catch up. But this is the third book in the Boys of Tommen series, and they go to school in Ireland, so when I'm listening to the audiobook, it's all in like Irish accents, and it's really entertaining for me. So Saving Six and then Redeeming Six are both about Joey and Aoife, which Joey is the brother of Shannon from the first two books. We do kind of jump into the past and see kind of what life was like for Joey and Aoife and then how they meet. That's all I've gotten to so far, but I am enjoying it. And then the third book I am currently in the middle of, I'm reading physically, like at night or like when I go to the pool. It is The Blast from the Past by Lucy Score. This is the third book in the Riley Thorne series. Okay, now I'm going to show you all of my like newer books on my TBR. I think I have 4 for you guys today. So the first one I have is The Perfect Divorce by Geneva Rose. This is actually the Target exclusive. I didn't even know they were doing like a Target exclusive, so when I saw this, I picked it up immediately. Because in the normal version, cover is like white, and then it has just like the red accents of the blood, but this one is all red, and I thought it looked really cool. And then also has like the sprayed bloody edges. That is the first new edition. And then I have this book. It is called Old Soul by Susan Barker. This one I actually found on Facebook Marketplace, and it looked intriguing to me when I looked it up on Goodreads. I guess there was 2 instances of these people who have died, but they have one thing in common, and it is that they meet this woman, and she like never ages. So I don't know, it sounded intriguing to me. I'm gonna try it out and hopefully I like it. We have Redeeming 6. This one is a chunky one, 760 pages. This one's a big one. I'm kind of scared. The audiobook is like 31 hours, so this one does scare me. And then Taming 7 with the ombre spine. I think that is all that I have for you guys today. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!